Tucked away on Capel Hill is mansion number 11 and an abandoned tomb. Raymond Goh, founder of Asia Paranormal Investigators, takes us on an adventure as we search for this forgotten tomb.
This is actually a stream that has been dammed by, I think, the early employees of those private company that is governed by the Singapore Harbour Board. Singapore Harbour Board is the predecessor of the current Port Authority of Singapore. Yeah, so I think they must have dammed it up and then they brick it up. They even built things like a jumping board, a jump board, and then steps to go in. So it's actually like a natural man-made swimming pool. There is a fence, in fact, that goes around it. And if we were to go into the forest, and in fact later on we can see also some of the fence that has broken down already, that used to bound the area, connect it to number 11 Capel Hill.
The journey up the steep slope to the hidden tomb was not easy.
We are just about 25 meters away from our destination. You can just make out the brick step in the distance. Yeah, so this is actually part of the tomb structure, and it's pretty big structure. Because it's a slope, they have to build up into a fort, something like a fort. If you go and take a look, you look at it, wow, it's like a fort, where at least it's flat so that it doesn't collapse over time.
When we finally got to the tomb 20 minutes later, Charles Goh, Raymond's older brother, filled us in on the story.
It's lying on the slopes of Mount Faber, overlooking the harbour here. So, you know, Singapore fell to the Japan on February 15, 1942. So just after immediately Singapore fell, the Japanese army sent some engineers here. So this is one of the, we call the naval engineers come to Singapore just after the war. So you can see here the inscription, entrusted by the Japanese Navy, and this is the name, the tomb. This name means Komoto Ikasa. Here, the second part of the inscription means that he's a civilian. He's not an army officer. He's a civilian and he lived up to the age of 47 years.
We learned that Komoto died from an illness barely 4 months after arriving in Singapore. He was overworked. Interestingly, Raymond found the obituary notice for Komoto too.
I also managed to find from the Society of Naval Architects a bit write-up of his history. So this is his picture. It's published in the Society of Naval Architects of Japan 1942 November issue. Here they say where he was born, and he was graduated in 1920 March in Tokyo Imperial University shipbuilding course. And in August that year started work in the Mitsubishi Heavy Industry, the Kobe unit, and was sent to Shonan in February, end February, so reached March, early March. So when he died, he was classified as an honorary war sick. So this is something like an obituary notice.
Moving away from forgotten Japanese tombs, we bring you the story behind the grave of the Javanese princess Raden Mas in our next clip.